wine buff Molly Battenhouse, and I'm going to be telling you about 100 of our favorite Bordeaux under $55. A great way to get to know Bordeaux, with great values and great wines. Today's Bordeaux is Chateau Guitignan 2011. This is a wine from Moulis and Medoc. And Moulis is one of those little appellations. It's just next to Listrac, and it sits behind the appellations of Saint-Estèphe, Saint-Julien, and Pauillac. It's a little further away from the river and tends to have a little bit more sand in the soil. So sometimes they're planted with a little bit more Merlot, as is this one. This one has 60% Merlot, about 32% Cabernet Sauvignon, and then the rest is Cabernet Franc and a little bit of Petit Verdot. So Petit Verdot is one of those grapes. You don't see that often in Bordeaux. It ripens really late, even after Cabernet Sauvignon. So it either needs a really warm spot, a really warm year, some special circumstances happening. So this was a warm year, and it is in a warm spot. So you have a tiny bit of Petit Verdot to blend and round out those other grape varieties. Another thing to note about this wine is that it is a Cru Bourgeois. And Cru Bourgeois is a certain classification of wines that set themselves apart from just basic Bordeaux. So this is a higher quality Bordeaux. So Cru Bourgeois is always going to indicate a little higher quality. So now we should taste it. See if we can taste that Petit Verdot in here. There's only 3%, so it's probably just adding a little bit of color and a little bit of darker fruit aroma to sort of plump out the Merlot. And this one does have some really pretty notes of dark currant. They're sort of crunchy, just ripe dark currants, not overripe. And you still get those red plums and cedar and a note like fresh crushed green leaves, which is really nice. It's not coming across too vegetal, but those green elements are some of the hallmarks of the Cabernet grapes and even a little bit of Petit Verdot. But when they get nice and ripe, they're just a good counterpoint to all the ripe fruit. Get some soft notes of oak here as well, a little tiny touch of vanilla and some sweet baking spice and some roasted coffee. And on the palate, you can feel that this has a fair amount of Cabernet Sauvignon in it. It's got a little bit more tannin to it, but they're still round and still velvety, but they're definitely there. Those red fruit flavors of plum and cherry are highlighted by this black currant note to it and almost a little blackberry or blueberry. And then that oak aroma again, tastes of cedar and a little bit of coffee behind it. This is a wine I'd probably want to have with some food. And this is about a $25 wine, so maybe I'd want to make something a little bit more special, maybe some grilled flank steak with some escarole on the side. This would work well with some of those bitter vegetables if you add a little bit of olive oil and maybe even a little bit of garlic to it. Maybe roasted garlic would be really pretty. So a really pretty wine, a great Cru Bourgeois for a great meal. Santé. Visit Bordeaux.com to learn more about today's Bordeaux selections.